there's someone watching this
Yeah.
and they're going to be a dad,
Mm.
what would you tell them about fatherhood?
First and foremost, fatherhood is a very beautiful thing. But before it even gets beautiful, there's a lot of validation you have been given by being a father. Number one, all your dad selfies are now valid. Number two, you can continue making dad jokes, and it's okay. And now you'll be a father to someone, so the dad jokes will actually, they'll just be okay, and you laugh at them.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Jack introduced.
Let me just go it my way. Yeah.
Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. In honor of Father's Day, I decided to have a candid conversation with someone who is a father here. Baba Morwani. In case you're new here, this is my husband Dan. He's very rare here. So I thought it wise to have a candid conversation on fatherhood with you.
Yeah.
In honor of Father's Day. So welcome.
Thank you very much.
For those who don't know you, introduce yourself.
My name is Baba Morwani, and this is my wife, Mama Morwani.
What is your ID name?
I'm not identified by Baba Morwani.
Okay. Because it's Father's Day, we'll let it
Yeah.
pass. We'll let it
Yeah.
pass. Okay. What does fatherhood mean to you?
I think fatherhood is a very significant transition in the life of anyone who God has allowed to be a father.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it means everything to me in the world, because finally I have offspring, a son who calls me Da.
Da.
Yeah. And I think about him with everything that I do is primarily geared towards ensuring that he gets a decent, good life, best possible life that we can be able to provide for him. So fatherhood is for me, it means I become a different person. It's a transition.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very different thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, factoring that you became a father during a pandemic, not the normal circumstances that many have become fathers, what do you think, what were some of the challenges of being a dad during COVID?
You know, the good thing about fatherhood is every bad thing that happened or that might have happened in anyone's journey of fatherhood, and I'm speaking for myself, but generally is we tend to focus so much on the good and forget even the bad. However, during COVID, well, you know, the first thing, fathers provide. Fathers provide. Provision has been part of what fathers do. This is echoed, even if you look at even in the Bible, when you're looking at provision, when Abraham waited for a very long time to have a child, and God promised him and Sarah a child, that they're going to have a child, and they're laughing about it together. And one day God takes his child and takes this child to the mountain. I mean, tells Abraham, sorry, take your, please offer your son as a sacrifice to me. And God, at that moment, he provides. So I think COVID, we got to really understand what level of provision God God has for us, because we were not in work. There was no business. So business was low, yes. So as a father to be, the first thing that you start thinking about is, okay, now there's a offspring coming here, there's a child coming, and how am I going to start providing for them? And there was a lot of uncertainty, but just in the case of Abraham and Isaac, God always provided. He came through.
Have you ever had the saying that even Isaac had daddy issues coming down from that mountain?
Definitely.
He didn't know he was a sacrifice. Okay, okay. What?
He had daddy issues, yeah.
So Abraham has daddy issues. Okay. So, you've been a dad for 1.5 years. What is that one thing you wish you knew before you became a dad that you now know?
Okay. So you see, I think fatherhood now is very. When I look at 1 year ago, I wish I knew that there are very many aspects to fatherhood that are not only provision. Because automatically for me, being a father, everything else, I automatically switched gears into only provision. But later on now I see there are so many other things that form this multifaceted institution that is fatherhood.
Like?
Being actively involved in bringing up the child, in as much they don't know me, because they knew you. That's another thing. I thought he knew me. He didn't know me.
What do you mean?
A child will know you first as a mother, because it's going to associate you with the smell of milk. It's until he starts trusting there's another caregiver, and that's my father. It was very difficult. Ronnie used to carry him and he cries, and I'm wondering, this is my child. Does not know me.
Week 1.
Yeah, does not know me. I was really hoping. He comes out, he looks like me. Why? If he looks like me, why doesn't he know me? Right? So I think
that's one thing you wish.
Yeah. No, yeah. But I don't regret anyway, because that was really done, and he's grown, and we know each other. We're very good friends, and the only thing is, I was looking for a playmate, also for me. So it was difficult. I don't understand how to even put Roy to bed instead of us playing. Because remember my lulling method, I used to jump up with him. You guys just like me, hey, and we're singing Maasai folk songs. But it worked. So I think that's one of the things I got to understand, is that fatherhood, you have to be very intentional about the non-automatic things. I think for me, the automatic thing to do was provision. And I easily slid into cultural biases. And it's like, the mother is a mother, and I'm the father. So we may have to provide, because the mother was to nurture. Yeah. I think that.
Okay. What have been your best moments so far with your fatherhood journey?
I think, I saw Ronnie before you, eh?
No, I saw him. I just didn't hold him. I saw him.
Well, then I held him before you. I wanted to put this out. I carried that child. I was the first parent.
But really, did you carry him in the nursery?
See, I saw
When
him.
he came out?
Yeah, when he came out. See, nilishika mtoto. Well, I didn't carry him. Nilishika carrying. I could not. He was
Oh
just,
yeah, you held like this.
Let's just say carry. Let's say carry.
Okay, what were you? Was that your best mom? Like one of your best moments?
Yeah, do you know, seeing your child, I think that was the happiest. That's the first time I actually felt a lot of real joy that is caused by filial love. I know, it's filial love. Yeah, there's so much joy you give me, don't worry. Yeah.
No,
But at least
I
it was nice. It was nice. But we've had different moments with Ronnie.
Some of your favorite moments?
You know when Ronnie started, when he came home, and when he was
like the first day from hospital.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Later on, he gets, as he keeps on growing, he starts winning. He eats well. Very few complications. As in, it's very difficult to look at just one happy moment like a birthday. He turned one. There's so many things that were in there that for me were so significant that I did not condition myself to wait for his first steps. I didn't. As in, I was excited that
He walked.
That I was there for the process. So if he took his first steps and I was a talk, it's fine. I was there fine, but because I was there for the process, his first birthday when he ate ribs. That one was literally. Let me tell you, that was now my new best moment. That one.
Not today when you played
No.
the piano.
We're getting there.
Okay.
Getting there. And then now for that whole 1 year, him learning how to speak, running, and he's very playful. He's very playful. I'm really worried. He's very playful. Prayerful. But I think today I have a new moment. I have taught him how to play the piano. He can identify middle C.
Yeah.
And I'll tell him play C, and he plays it.
Yeah.
What else? The work of a father is to teach. Even the Bible says, train up your child the way he should go. I'm already saying the way he should go.
Musician.
No, I'm not deciding what he would be. However, the way he should go. The way he should go. But if that child could have not understood middle C, ningejua ningeniambia talent ilipotelea wapi. Yeah, because the talent had to be there.
Yeah, environment has shaped him. Okay, there's someone watching this video and they're preparing to be a dad. What would you tell them?
Number one, there's no manual, just wing it. Mothers read books about motherhood. Just experience it. For me, if you're a person who wants to go and read, that's good. But the best way to experience fatherhood is not to expect what you can be as a father. It's you to learn being a father, you experiencing fatherhood and having a real connection with your child. I think that's one of the most important things. Just ensure that your mind is not fixed that this should happen this way and this way. It's like, okay, he's refused to poop. Okay, good. Suppositories. Okay, you learn how to do them. He's not eating. Okay, you learn what to do. I think that there's so many things, but I think for me, the experience is a better journey when I walk it without having any expectation. Now, it's a better journey. So I don't worry if he has if he walked late or his teeth came out. I don't worry because I'm like I'm not expecting anything. Yeah, and then also I think for me that's one of the most important things. The second thing is have God in everything that you do. It's very important because you know when someone is the transition between life, especially when babies are being born, it's a very delicate space. The whole of the pregnancy up until the point where the child is born, and of course now continuing. So it's very important to have God in your life, in whatever you're doing, and ask for guidance. Then pray a lot about it. It's very important. Irrespective of even your religious affiliations, but it's just important during that time to understand that God is the ultimate Father. So there's nothing else that you know that He does not know. So it's easier to get comfort, peace of mind, and assurance that you'll just turn up okay.
Okay. I have 2 more questions.
Oh, you do?
What has been the hardest part of fatherhood?
I think the hardest part of fatherhood for me has been seeing my son sick.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Admission, whatever. It was
There's
so.
nothing.
There's nothing you can do. He's sick in hospital. He does not want to be carried, doesn't want to be touched. He's so sensitive. He's literally sick.
Yeah.
That actually sucks. But again, in all adversities, again, just trust in God. It's never going to be that simple. But it's a journey. Ups, downs. Sometimes you sprint, sometimes you move back, sometimes you regress, sometimes you advance. It's okay. But that was the toughest point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was my toughest point too. Yeah.
Which other one could it have been? Him not eating ugali?
Sleeping. He was sleeping.
Sleeping was
before sleep training. Yeah. Anyway, last question. What has your son taught you?
My son, not my son. My son, one of the things I've learned about, one thing that Moroni has taught me is that from the day he was born, I realized the purity of a child. And for me, that was the closest I have ever experienced the purity of God. Because he came without any blemish. He has no opinion. He is just there. He's pure. Pure kapsa. I think I got to understand God a little, even more deeper when I saw Morwani. Why have you been calling him your son the whole day? Your son is Morwani. When I saw Morwani, and I understand, and I understood that this is the closest manifestation of who God is in my life on earth that I've ever experienced.
Really, that's so deep. That's
Because
very
he's
deep.
pure, he's clean, he's calm, and now my work is to mold him, to teach him, to provide an environment for him. I look at Morwani like sometimes like a plant, is when he's growing, God, in whatever environment I would want him to grow in, or we have been able to put him in through God's will. It's like a shamba. All right, we've been given a shamba. So how do we prepare that shamba? And this is any environment that your child grows up in. It's your shamba. So however it is, you have to prepare it very well, irrespective of whatever situation you are in, or wherever you're growing up in. You have to prepare that shamba very well. Then you have to plant. You might plant and hope it's going to rain, but if it doesn't rain, you have to water. Then at some point he grows, and it's time for us to prune him. And we're getting to that stage. Prune, just anything that is excess, we just cut. We are immunizing. It's just like applying fertilizer, just ensuring that yes, he can grow up naturally, but it would be very nice to prevent any other thing that might cause him not to grow in the way that we would wish he grows. So I literally look at him like a plant. You know, one of the things I keep on telling you to go with him to the farm, because plants don't lie. Let me tell you, if your plant has been watered, you will see. If a plant has not been watered, you will see. If it has not been weeded, you will see.
How does that apply to him now?
It applies to him because weeding, for example, as it is right now, would be, what are the things that we are removing? What are the things that will compete with his growth? Like cocomelon, we weed it out. Yeah?
Or for context, we cut off screen time for Rani.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, and as we continue, now he's at the weeding stage. So let's continue and see, when do we apply different foliage? I mean foliaphades. What are we going to apply? When is it going to start flowering? Until he fruits. Until he gets to the flowering stage, and then now there's fruiting. There's no shortcut. You will not get a fruit without getting a flower. So I think for me, that is one of the things that I look at him and I say, wow. Within my means, I want to ensure that I am able to do the right things at the right time, so that you don't delay until it's too late. Because until you delay, it's too late. Yeah. What was your question? I've digressed. I've just gone to
What has Rani taught you?
Yeah. I've just told you. Rani has taught me agriculture.
Okay. I don't know if this is the same question, but it's the last one. What has fatherhood taught you about yourself?
I'm very playful. I've always been.
Did it take fatherhood for you to know that?
Yeah, I've always been in denial with all the scars and whatever it is.
You were. Anyone who's grown up with you knows you are very playful.
Marwan is growing up with me now. He will tell you.
That you're very playful.
I'm very honest. I've always wanted to just have a play partner.
And I was not enough.
Will I jump over you and then you laugh?
No.
Yeah, fatherhood has actually taught me that. I enjoy being childlike, not childish. Childlike. I am able to connect with Morwani at his level. And it has also taught me that it is my duty to ensure that I bring him up in a godly way, to introduce him to so many things, to enable him to actually explore life in the different stages that he is in. It's my duty. Yeah? It's my duty to to bring up now my family in the right way. Now it has really made me to be very intentional about taking care of my plants. You're my plants, you people.
Okay. Thank you for this video. Thank you for agreeing to do this video. I've learned so much. I didn't even know all these things.
I'm the father.
Today, Rani and I went to get you a Father's Day gift.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I want to give you.
How come I didn't see it? And you're telling me this whole time?
So you really love coffee. You're the only one who loves coffee, and we thought we'd get you a coffee maker.
Thank you very much. Ma, thank you. This really means so much to me.
You're welcome.
This really means so much to me.
Yeah.
Can I go with it?
No, this is for the house. for your coffee. You're not starting to work with your gifts. We know where the other gifts are lost.
It's the thought that comes.
It's the thought that comes.
And you know, someone actually, you'll be very shocked. Those gifts were lost, but they're actually found by someone else. So we actually gifted someone else.
Guys, all the Father's Day gifts I've ever bought are lost. So
how many Father's Days? all.
And all the birthday gifts. Tell me which one you have done.
You are my greatest gift.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank
Until
you.
next time, bye bye. Okay, it's 11, imagine. Now we are going to sleep.
Something about the morning. Do you like this one or the other one?
I've just come for you. Come. How are you? You don't miss me?
Yay! Good job!
We're running on a toaster in a little boy's body. Fertilizer, it makes our food so sweet. It comes from chicken, it comes from cows, it comes from goats and donkey and horses. It comes from chicken, it comes from cows. We like our fertilizer. Fertilizer, we call it manure. Boleya, is so good. Clap for running.